Hi there, this is Nahid again from Syntron Media, and welcome to our second lesson on how to integrate Metapixel and Conversion API with our Shopify store using Google Tag Manager. So we are back to our Google Tag Manager web container. Today we are going to create rest of the e-commerce tags for our Facebook pixel. So we did page view in lesson number 1. Today we will do view content, add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase. These four tags. And we're going to send dynamic values for these tags. So what are dynamic values? Let me show you on our website. So let's say we want to view any of the products on our website, and here we are in a product page. This product has its own name, it has a price tag, and the number of units we are going to add to cart. Any of our website visitor will add to cart because they wish to purchase that many units. Now, when we add this unit to our cart, increase the numbers and add to cart, then we can see, oh, I have more products on my cart already. Let's go to view cart and check it out, what's happening there. So I already have previously added more products to my cart. Let's delete all the previous ones and try once again. Now we are in a product page and we're going to add this product to our cart. Add to cart. So we have a single product in our cart. And let's see what happens. We click on checkout. So as you can see in our checkout portion, or we can just go to our cart, we would see that we have added a product to our cart. It is a single unit. The price tag is 30. Now, when this add to cart event is fired, we want all these event data that a single unit is being purchased and the price of that unit is $30 to be sent to our Facebook pixel. But in most cases, e-commerce sites do not have a single product. Often they have multiple products. There are single product websites, but even in those single product websites, visitors may want to buy multiple units of this product. So what happens when visitors wants to, let's say, buy 2 units of the product? You will see that the total value of the cart has changed. Now let's say someone is adding more than one type of product in their cart. So we go to our catalog and click on another product. So this product is priced at 70 USD. We already have this black leather bag in our cart. It is priced as at $30 and we have 2 units added to our cart. So our total cart value is already $60. Now we are going to add a different product with a different price point to our cart. So if we go to our cart, then we can see that we have 3 units of products in total added to our cart, and there are 2 types of product. So one product is priced at $30, 2 units of them is 60. One product is priced at $70. Total value of my cart has become now $130. So these number of products a customer is adding to their cart on our website and the value of these products are all dynamic. They are variable different. So we want to not only create event tags in Google Tag Manager, we want to create dynamic event tags so that these dynamic values, which are changing values, can be collected by our Google Tag Manager tags when they are sending the event data to our Facebook's pixel. Now let's see how to do it. First, I will remove everything from our cart. Let's go to home for now. As you can see, the tags we've created, the GA4 configuration tag for server side and the Facebook page, view page from our browser side. Both of them fired 11 times because we have loaded various web pages on our website, in total 11 times. So let's go back to our Google Tag Manager. Today we're going to create first the view content event. So what sort of data are we going to send with the view content event? We will first create the necessary variables. So for the view content event, we would need variables such as we would require variables from the data layer. What is the data layer? As I have showed you previously, whenever a user takes any action on our website, this action, like whether it is a click or scrolling, clicking a specific button, clicking on this, let's say, information, a form field to provide information, all of these interactions, which are called events, show up in our data layer. So let's say when we were in our shopping cart page, which is empty right now, we clicked on various products and various buttons, and all that information showed up here in our data layer. So we added multiple items to our cart, quantity, single quantity, price 70 when we added this product, this blue silk tuxedo. When we added this to our cart, data layer showed all these interactions here. As you can see, the item name is here, blue silk tuxedo, same as this one. Quantity 1, because we added only a single unit of this product to our cart, and it shows the price of that product as well. Value is the total value of the product. I mean, you multiply the number of units by price, you get value. And what else we had? So when we added other products to our cart, see, when we added black leather bag, there were 2 units of that black leather bag. Before adding this blue silk tuxedo to our cart, the situation was like okay, this was the situation at that time. We had 2 units of black leather bag in our cart. Price for each unit was 30. So quantity times price, total value of our cart was $60. After that, we added another product, this blue silk tuxedo, to our cart. What happened then? The results changed, and alongside the two black leather bags, $30 for each unit, we also had this blue silk tuxedo, which costs $70 added to our cart, and our total cart value became $130. So we can send all this information to our Facebook's pixel by creating dynamic dynamic tags. So let's go to our variable section. These are the variables we need to create our view content tag dynamically. How do we create them? Go into the variable section of your tag manager's web container. Click on new, click on variable configuration, and select data layer variable. So I already have these variables created. I will show from there only. As you can see, we require item name, item ID, item price, currency. All this information shows up in the data layer. As you can see, item name, then item ID, item price, currency. This is item price, and this is our currency. So how do we put them in our Google Tag Manager to create variables? The format is, for item ID, we selected a data layer variable template. Then in data layer variable name, we put in this part, this code, e-commerce.items.0.item ID. And how do we come up with this structure? Let's go into our data layer. As you can see in our data layer, for view cart, we have this bit of script here. It says e-commerce, after that colon, a second bracket starts. Under e-commerce, we have currency, we have items. So when we put, when we want to mark that one bit of code is subordinate to another, we separate them with dots. So items comes after e-commerce, and there is a dot in between them. It means items is subordinate to e-commerce. So after colon and the second bracket, any information that is put would be subordinate to e-commerce, and all the information put in between the second brackets. See here, the second bracket begins, this one ends right about here. No, this one ends here. So all the information between this second bracket is subordinate to e-commerce. And under e-commerce, we have currency. This is the value for currency. Inside double quotation is value for any bit of code parameter. So parameters are the types of code which can hold a unique value in them. Then items is another parameter under e-commerce. And after items, you can see this third bracket. So any information after the third bracket is called object. So all of this inside this third bracket is called an object, and inside an object, if we have multiple bits of information, these would be called arrays. So in this object we have one array, two array, and each of these arrays have their own index numbers. That is for the simplicity of serialization. So the beginning array is has the index number of 0. Second one has index number of 1. Let's see how we put this data in our tag manager variable template. So e-commerce, under e-commerce, after e-commerce you put a dot, you put in items. That means items is subordinate to e-commerce. Inside the items array, inside the items object, we have arrays, number 0, number 1. We will be collecting the data from array number 0, e-commerce item 0. From the array, we are collecting this specific data for our data layer variable item ID. We are only collecting item ID. Now if we just select we just need to write in e-commerce.items.0.item ID, and it would be picking up the item IDs from all the subsequent arrays. We just need to select the first array. Okay, now that it's done, let's move on to the next one. We also want to collect item name. In the same format, the code is the data layer variable name is e-commerce.items.0.item name. This would be collecting the item name data with this tag. Then we need to collect two more for view content tag, item price and currency. So I already have created DLV currency as well. Data layer variable name, we are calling it currency, but it would be actually e-commerce.currency. So this website, e-commerce.currency, you can just copy it from here. That way you are less likely to make any mistake while typing in. So this website has a single currency, as you can see. There could be websites for multiple values. So even if you put in the value here as USD, it would still work instead of e-commerce.currency. But for multi-currency websites which have USD, European, Euro, Pound, Australian dollars, etc. in their website currency options, you would have to choose this data layer variable. So the variable can dynamically collect the currency data from your website's data layer. Now we have added e-commerce.currency as well. Next we will create e-commerce.item price, DLV item price. This variable would be named as e-commerce.items.0.price, just how we find it here. E-commerce, under e-commerce we have items. The first array is 0 and from this array we are collecting the data of price. So now that we have all our variables ready, let's go to our tags, create a new tag. Oh, before that we need to create a trigger. So what would be the trigger for our view content event? So here we need to go into our variables and see. Let's create a new view content event. Go to our website and click on any product. It has now fired the view item event in our data layer. The content view or view content is simply the name given to this event as per Facebook's schema or Facebook's code structure. For Google Analytics 4, the code structure is code structure calls it view item. The view item is the name of this event. View item and view content or content view are basically the same event. They are just named differently for Google Analytics 4 and Facebook's code structures or schema. So we're going to put in this view item event and create a new trigger. Remember what I said, trigger is a listener. What does it listen for? It listens for any interaction a visitor has on your web page, on any web page of your website. So in this case, we would be creating a trigger which would only be listening for view item event. So every single time a user goes to your website and clicks on any product to view that product and gets redirected to the product page, a view item event would be created. And the trigger listening for the view item event would know that this event has taken place. So let's put the event name here. And name it view item. Now we're going to go into tags. Create a new tag, tag configuration, select Facebook pixel template. Here we need to put in the Facebook pixel ID. We're just going to put in the constant we created, the constant variable we created. Instead of page view, this event would be called view content. What else we need to do? So we need to put in the triggering. The trigger is event view item. And now we need to add the object properties. Without the object properties, every time a user comes to our website and the view item event or view content event takes place, the data would be sent to our Facebook's pixel anyway, but the data would not include necessary information about that event. Necessary information in case of view content event would be name of the product, ID of that product, and the product's price, etc. Now we need to manually add them. We go into object properties, add a couple of properties. We have named them here. First of all, for Facebook, we're going to explain what is the type of the content which was viewed. So let's type in content type. So these are the object properties we're going to put in our view content event. Content name, then content IDs, value, so for content type, let's check out the content type. So in the variables, section, we can see, not the variable section. In data layer, we can see that it's information about a product. Let's try again. If we select a product, view item event has been event shows up in our data layer, and for the view item event we can see the content type is a single product. So we're going to put in product. In case there were multiple variants of this product, we would have to select product group. For example, on a site like this, if we try to select any product, you'll see that there are multiple versions of the same product with the same design. You can change the material. These are called variants. So unless your product has multiple variants, we're going to select just product, and in case of variants we would be selecting product group for the value of content type parameter. Now let's put in the other data layer variables as well. We just need to name this tag. Save it. We're going to preview to check if the event fires properly. I mean, the tag fires properly or not. So we are in our website's homepage. Let's select any product to view the product. We can see that view content tag has been fired, and it is sending all the dynamic values from our data layer, item name, item ID, item price, etc. To its destination. But this would not show up in our event manager testing yet. So first, let us make sure that our test event code matches what is currently in our conversion API tag. This is our server side. As you can see, this is our server container in GTM. We need to put in the pixel code in our conversion API tag in our GTM server container. Make sure to check that your test event code matches what is showing up in your Facebook and in your server container, because it keeps changing every couple of days. We also need to edit the triggering a bit. We're going to choose a different trigger. Last time we created the page view event, which is a default trigger available in our workspace. This time we are going to send multiple types of event data to our Facebook's pixel from both browser side and from server side. So in browser side, we have created separate tags for the page view and the view content event. In server side, we do not need to do that. We can, because here the information, the object properties part information is not different from each of these tags. We can just go to event names. Instead of equals, we can select this option, matches regex. So when using matches regex, the Facebook conversion API tag will fire as long as any of these events separated by this pipe symbol, as long as any of these events fire, the Facebook conversion API event will fire as well and send data to our Facebook's pixel. So let's just make sure that the event name I've put in here is correct. For that, we go to our tag assistant and click on view item. Just select this view item event name from here, paste it and save it. We're going to go into our tags and change the trigger for our Facebook conversion API tag. Now we're going to preview again. from both our browser side, browser container, and our server container. To see and check if the event data shows up in both places, let's go to our website, reload it. A page view event took place. It has yes, the page view tag fired in our web container, as well as the Facebook conversion API tag fired in our server container preview mode. Now let's see if we view a product page. You can see that view content event is firing right now. In the view item portion, you can see that view content event has fired. Tag has fired, and you can see the tag firing from our server side as well. We should be able to see it. Page view is one. Page view Y isn't the other tag firing. Let's try to save it and try again. Yes, we can see that the Facebook conversions API fired 2 times. What are the variables? But we're unable to see any information here. Why is that? Oh, okay. We're making a mistake. This event would not show up in our server side debug mode. Yes, it would not show up in our server side debug mode unless we create a tag just like GA4 configuration, which we created for our page view event. This GA4 configuration tags sends our page view event to our server container, and that's why the page view event has been showing up in our server containers preview mode or debug view, but we haven't created any GA4 event for the view content in parallel with the Facebook view content event. So there is no tag sending the view item or view content event data to our server container. Now then, let's check in our events manager. Clear all activity. Opening our website from events manager side and view any of these products. Let's see what happens in our test events view. We already have the page view tags firing. Page view data has been sent to our events manager, to our shops pixel. And let's say if we view any product, the view content event shows up in our Facebook pixel as well. Okay, so we're left with 3 more events, which would be after view content comes add to cart, then initiate checkout, and add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase. These events will be covered in a later class. This lesson has already been going on for quite a while now. So see you in the next lesson, where we will complete setting up the add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase tags for Facebook browser site. Till then, stay well, like and subscribe